Hello everyone, this is me, Dusty Circuit here, and welcome to Skader of the Month.
Welcome, guys. It is September. Wow, I cannot believe that. That came really fast. I know I say this every month, but I blink and like 4 more months go by. Oh, BB's here. Hello, BB. One second, just pulling up my notes here. You know we got a lot to talk about when I have to write notes because I'm not a note person, so.
I'm a note person, though.
You are literally the note person. So, all right. So, welcome, guys. We are. Hi, Alyssa. And no, Alyssa's. Oh yeah, Alyssa is in the call, but yeah, Alyssa can see console. Alyssa's got some things going. Alyssa's heavily preparing for our update today, so they are here in the call with us, but not in game today. All right, so we're gonna get started. I have kind of let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 things I need to talk about. But because there's so many things to talk about and we are going to be taking 2 little field trips, how about we do Skader of the Month first? Like usually we do that kind of towards the end or last. But because there's a few things to go over, I'd like to do that first. So this month, and I do apologize again about getting the pull out a little bit late, like a lot of it late. We just had a lot going on in the last 2 weeks as far as server stuff, and it just kind of slipped my mind. So I do apologize, but thank you guys for voting. We had quite a few votes. We had 2 people that were kind of neck and neck up until the very end, and one person did kind of push ahead. Actually, this morning when I went to bed, they were tied, but this morning some more votes had come in. So this player has been with us since day 1. They were a big part of everything that we used to do prior to Skade. They've been an amazing community member, helping on multiple teams, always around, always helping out someone, always causing some trouble at times. And you guys voted. So the September, which is by far the best month of the whole year because that's my birthday month, and Evan's birthday month. And who else is a birthday month? There's a few of you guys. June is better. Let's see. Jake. Nope, Jake's not your birthday. Oh yeah, Jake, it was your birthday month. That's right. You're early.
It was like 2 days ago.
To me, it's September 1st in my head. So because it's like Skater of the month, I always think the beginning of the month. So I apologize. So anyways, we have quite a few PurpleDragon. That's correct, by the way. Congratulations for joining Skade, PurpleDragon. We've been
Lawrence
very
as well.
That's right. It is Lawrence's birthday, but PurpleDragon is here with us. We wanted to give a big Skater welcome to you, PurpleDragon. We're very excited you're here. Not gonna lie, we have been counting down till you could join for like years, literally. As some of you guys know, and maybe some don't know, PurpleDragon is Peachy and Manupla's daughter. So, I believe, yes, daughter. I'm correct terminology. Child, spawn. How about that? We'll go with their spawn. So, offspring. They are a PurpleDragon has parental units called the Peachtus and Manupla. So yeah, so we're very happy you guys are here. We're happy you're here, PurpleDragon. We will be celebrating PurpleDragon's birthday, and then also, as Driver mentioned, Lawrence, who we all love. Lawrence, their siblings matter, guys. They do. Siblings really matter, and Lawrence will
Except
be.
for when we throw headphones at them.
Yeah, exactly. So Lawrence will hop on Driver's lap and get to play along, and we're going to have a little birthday party for Lawrence later this month too, which we'll post about. But anyways, back to Skater of the Month. So this player, troublemaker/player, did get all the votes, and they are very heavily loved here. And BB1201, congratulations. You were voted for this month's Skater of the Month. So very, very, very happy to see that. And BB is kind of like one of those, kind of like how how Moodle has been, where it's just chronically always doing kind things and helping out, but sometimes they get votes every month, but doesn't necessarily get enough to win it because maybe someone did something that month that just kind of really stood out, over the other stuff that other people do every month. So BB, can you come down for just a second? I'll grab your picture. There we go. Thank you. There we go. I got it with you saying hi. So congratulations, BB. I'm very happy you could be here for this. And thanks for everything you do. BB, as you guys know, is a co-lead with Peachy on the mall team, helps keep you guys in order with the mall. Pack team, huge. You guys see everything that we have here when you log in, all the pack work. The pack team's a big part of that, but BB does a great job leading that. So, and two, we've had to kind of wrap him into some birthday stuff. So it's not unheard of that he's even helping out with the birthday builder too. So, yep, Paul Blart, exactly. So thank you, BB. Appreciate you being here and being so rad. All right, so we got a few things to talk about, guys. And then, like I mentioned, we are going to be going on a two little field trips. So to start with, I just want to kind of go over some things that have come up lately in random channel or in calls, things like that. And just kind of give you guys our take on it, meaning like the Valkyrie's take. And one of those things is the random channel, right? Random. We talk a lot in random. We could be talking about Pokemon. We could be talking about what someone ate for breakfast. We could be talking about, oh my gosh, this great movie that just came out. Like, random is really just an area that can have a little bit of all of the conversations. You can post a weather picture in random. Just because we have a weather channel doesn't necessarily mean that you can't talk about the weather in random.
And
Mhm.
and a bit of tech if we want.
If you wanted a bit of tech, where it gets where we need to move that conversation to maybe like a channel, like I'll use weather as an example. Actually, I'll use food as an example. And Yidi, do you mind if I use you as an example about making a dish? Is that okay? Let's wait for Yidi to say yes. Go ahead. Okay. So I used this example recently. So for instance, I got no choice. You always have a choice. You can say no, and then I'll just, use Evan. Oh, bye, BB. I'm glad you were able to be here for a little bit. See ya. Love you. So Yidi likes, as a chef, we all know that Yidi makes amazing food. And Yidi posts a lot of stuff in the food channels. But let's say I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I had a recipe for like sweet cakes, which is like pancakes. I really wish I had one. Yidi might be like, oh, I love making sweet cakes. And then we have like a conversation in random about pancakes and the, pancakes versus waffles. And you know how that is. We'll all get in a discussion about it. And let's say it's been going on for a while. I'm talking like 30 minutes, right? Long time about pancakes. Yidi could use one thing that Yidi could say is like, oh, I have a recipe for that type of pancake you wanted to make. I'll post it in the food channel. Let's go over to food channel and we'll continue our conversation there. When that happens, we all go to food channel and we keep the conversation going. If you are going to be one to suggest the conversation move, I highly suggest that you then go to that other channel and then start up the conversation there. The reason I say this is oftentimes when, let's say we're all having fun talking about, I'll just use Pokemon, right? Because, I'm hyper focused on it. So let's say we're talking about Pokemon Go and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, I just caught, a shiny Charizard. I'm so excited. I'm really happy. And you know me, I get very excited and I'm posting about it. And then, let's say someone comes in and is like, hashtag Pokemon Go, right? And the conversation just dies. Have you guys noticed that? Like literally the channel just gets killed. The channel dies. Nobody ever goes over to the Pokemon Go channel and keeps it going. It just died. One way to avoid doing that is if it's one of those people, or if let's say you're just tired of hearing about it, just be patient. Nobody else was talking about other things at the moment. If you want to talk about, a bird that you saw on your way home from school that was really cool, but everyone's dominating, Pokemon Go, just start talking about the bird. We did that the other day. For those of you that were around, it was like 3 full-blown different conversations were happening in random all at once. But it was like we were having fun with it. It wasn't like, okay, you have to go to weather, you have to go to food, you have to go there. When we do that, it kills conversations. When we have too many channels with too many various things, it kills those conversations. So having these channels, which are good, because sometimes we do want to hyper focus on weather and talk about nothing but weather, that's great. We have a channel to do that. Can you talk about weather in random? Absolutely, you can. If something's going on, what an awesome blue, if you want to tell more about it in Pokemon. Exactly. So what driver just said is exactly it. So if you are part of the conversation, but you're just like, okay, we've been talking about Pokemon Go for 30 minutes and we know blue is never going to stop. Maybe exactly what driver said. That's awesome, Blue. You want to tell me more about it in Pokemon channel? You seem very excited about it. That's perfect. That's how you can move a conversation without coming off as like mini
Defending.
modding or coming off as upsetting someone or killing the conversation completely. And then two, what would be really ideal in this situation is driver goes over to Pokemon Go and is like, so what was that, Blue? Like, which Pokemon did you catch? Or, which one are you talking nonstop about? Or, something like that. Pokemon starting a conversation up another one channel and stopping. Yeah, it does. So that's just a way to do that. I just don't want anyone to feel there's per se a right or a wrong way to do random. If anything goes past 30 minutes, you will see me start to step into and be like, hey guys, let's move this over to here. That's because of how long it's gone on. If it's AI pictures and you guys are posting them and we're all having fun talking about them, let it happen. It's fun. We're having a good time. If it gets again past like 30 minutes where it's like, okay, this is like 30 minutes now of AIs, then be the one to be like, oh, here, look at this one I posted. I went and posted it in the AI channel and start that conversation there. That's going to help, number one, the conversation gently move over, but it's also going to make players not be like, ugh, why do they always tell me to move? Like it becomes like a mini modding thing, or I think hall monitor. I think we've had that term fly around a few times. And this is just a way to make it so it's more comfortable for you that's really tired of hearing about the conversation, but also it helps the players be like, oh yeah, I didn't even realize how much we were dominating. Because I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I get excited talking about something, time is irrelevant, literally. I'm just talking. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying the conversation. And sometimes it's hard for me to realize, like, whoops, I just completely dominated that because I'm excited. I'm happy and I'm talking. And that happens not just to me. I know it happens to many of you guys. So please know, yes, we have a food channel. Yes, we have a weather channel. Yes, we have an AI channel. Yes, we have a Pokemon Go channel. Yes, we have all those channels. And for the most part, I think we do a pretty good job about posting in those channels. But when things do come up in random, just roll with it, have fun with it, enjoy the convo. If it's not a convo you really like, but you really weren't talking in random prior to that, that's okay. Just let it go. Nothing else was happening in there at that moment anyway. If someone did cut into your conversation and they changed it on you, feel free to continue your conversation. That will help move the one away in the correct channel either way, because people might be like, oh, wait, hold on, let's go over there. Does anyone have any questions about that at all? Because like I said, it has come up multiple times lately. I did touch on it in, I think, announcements one day, but does anyone have any questions like what about how this works or what is allowed or not allowed or
I
anything?
do have a question. So
That's what you
I
do.
I post like a lot of screenshots of my modeling stuff that I'm doing for Beam and G Drive, and I kind of switch around what channels I'm posting in because I'm not really sure which one would be the best for that. As I don't feel it fits in Beam because it's not actually playing the game or anything, but it is
Mhm.
for that game.
So that'd be like memes and images, Beam.
Alright.
You could even be in the art area, honestly. I
Yeah.
like because that is
Sounds
something
good.
that you're doing, or random, literally. Like it could
Alrighty.
be kind of anywhere. Sometimes people post in random when they know what they have is very much for something else. And they do that because they know random gets a lot more traffic than, let's say, Tech Talk, right?
So
So
what do we do? Say I have a conversation about something in random, and then like not even 5 minutes in, somebody comes in and goes, "Oh, tech channel," or "Oh, food channel," or whatever. What do we do?
that's why we're having this talk right now, so that everyone understands it's okay. You can have a little Tech Talk. Do I like seeing Tech Talk? Not really, but I also know that I don't own the channel. It's random.
Yeah.
It can have a little bit of everything. Now, if your conversation gets very in depth, like with tech, and it's not just like, again,
Like,
it gets
oh,
kind
I
of,
got this cool new perk for my computer kind of
yeah. If
thing.
it
That
and
turns
two,
into
because
specific specs.
yeah, if you start really getting heavily into it past just like normal chit chat, and it hits kind of like, remember that 30-minute mark, right? So if we're hitting like, okay, we've been talking about this now for 30 minutes, which might seem forever for some of you that don't care about tech, but for like someone that's really into tech, just like me, really into Pokemon Go, 30 minutes is nothing. Like I just get to talking and I have fun and an hour goes by. So if you're the person waiting for it to end, if you're like, oh my gosh, will they ever forever stop talking about tech talk? Do what Purple said. Just walk away from it for 30 minutes. Just kind of just like, especially if you weren't already saying something. Sometimes the people that say to move things on aren't even talking, and it's like, well, did it upset you? Like, don't let it upset you, because these are just organic conversations that we're having, natural conversations. And our stuff changes. We might be talking about a tech and a let's say a cape thing, and that turns into, oh, I wish they had an MLM cape, and then that turns into an MLM conversation, and then MLM turns into a conversation about flags. I don't know. You see how like our conversations can go from one to another to another, and that's good. That's fun. If it's super hyper focused and like, only about tech and one specific mod and how to do it, for those of you that don't like tech and mods, just tune it out until the combo's done. If it goes to like 30 minutes, that's when we can gently say something like, that's really cool. Kind of like what Driver said, that's really cool about that. How about, you explain it more to me in this channel? Then go to that channel. Don't stop it and tell it to go away if you're not going to help be a part of like making sure it gets moved on, or something like that. It's kind of takes you away from being the hall monitor or mini modding to just trying to really be helpful. That's kind of the difference in that.
I guess to kind of give like another example, you know how we talked about the Apple event that one day in random, it was going on for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I guess
again,
that's a
and
good
that
example,
had gone
right?
on for a really long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if there's ever like something, let's say very, very specific, like the Apple event or Minecraft Live is coming out, we'll have a channel for that. So just know for like Minecraft Live, we will have a channel dedicated just for you guys to talk about that. That way it's not dominated in one channel or another, because that's something that's going to go on for a while, way more past the 30-minute kind of thing. All right. So anyone have any other questions about that? I'm just trying to like, kind of, my cat is meowing somewhere. I'm just trying to gently like touch on that just so everyone understands. And this is, we don't want anyone to feel scared to post in random. How many of you have, like myself, talked about something clearly that there's another channel for, and then had someone like pretty quickly tell you you're in the wrong channel? You kind of just, oh, well, maybe I won't really post for a bit, because it is natural for us to just put everything in random. It's just a natural place that we want to put it in. Or like I said, I think sometimes people put it in specifically into random, so that they know it's going to get seen, because maybe in this one certain channel, nobody really goes to it. And that's a good opportunity too, for you to be like let's say, I'm trying to think of one. I'll use tech as an example. So like, let's say there's some new cool mod or something that everyone wants, and if over there, hardly anyone's going to see it. So talk about it a little bit and then put in there, I'm going to give a play-by-play of how to do this in this channel, which we actually did today earlier. Mod had found a way to run capes or something like that. So that's another alternative that you guys could do too, is even if you want to get the attention of players, start it in random, but be very quick to be like, oh, I know how to do that. Let me show you guys over and then put the hashtag up. So I've been told away from random before. Yeah, and that's just it, because I think prior to like right now, when I'm really, really in depth explaining this, I think it's just been a little bit of not sure what to do. We're all autistic. A lot of us are very black and white when it comes to things. If we have a weather channel, guess where the weather talk goes? In the weather channel, right? It's just kind of the way our brains compartmentalize things. But we have to remember too, it's okay. It's okay for random to kind of get a little bit of everything. Just like I said, if it's something more than 30 minutes, try to move it over, or, when you see somebody helping you move it over, just be very open to that. All right, so let's, oh yeah, don't get AFK kicked. Thank you for the reminder, Jake. All right, I have a couple more things to talk about. Out of context. Okay. So Out of Context channel is one of my favorite channels. You guys know that. I love to go back and read and laugh at stuff. We do need to tone down some of the things. The innuendos can be a little much at times. Just remember that when people are reading it, they're not going to understand context. They're not going to understand. That's why it's literally called Out of Context. They're not going to understand what was happening. And sometimes things that are put in there can actually make players a little uncomfortable reading. So just try to keep that in mind when you are posting in there. A lot of it is supposed to be very funny, which In the past, our channel was literally loaded with nothing but funny stuff that people said, things like that. Even out of context is funny. Just be careful when you're putting it in there that it's not too much of a heavy suggestion for an innuendo. And also, just a reminder, these are from Skade server. So the out of context needs to be from the Skade server. So it's something that happened in one of our channels, one of our calls, in-game, things like that. Sometimes I can't find where the actual conversation happened, especially when it's an innuendo that really says I probably should look and find that. And I can't find them. So I'm not sure if some of these are not like private calls or like in your own homes or something. Just make sure you remember that it is for the Skade server. So make sure your out of context are conversations that you have actually had in Skade. Otherwise, it can be a little confusing. Like, wait, what? Where did that even happen? I know for me personally, I've tried to search multiple times to find an out of context. Does that? Yeah, it includes calls. Yeah, absolutely can be calls on Skade. Absolutely, it can be calls. In fact, a lot of funny stuff happens in calls. I know I've been quoted many times from calls. Just
If
make
you
sure
look
it
back
is
in that channel long enough, you'll find time when I was in calls and would get quoted like every day.
every day. Yep, same with me. Yep, same with Rosie. Quite a few of us. So, but yeah, make sure that it is a Skade call and not a private call. That's all I'm saying. Or something that happened funny in your house, like. We've had a few players do that in the past that we've kind of told them, hey, make sure, it's something Skader related. So, all right. So that kind of, anyone have any questions about out of context before I move on to the next thing? Nope. Okay. So, all right. Next up is the recording. Okay. So this has come up recently, and I did mention to you guys in a couple calls that I would talk about it. Skaters are allowed to record things. We do ask that you ask permission. And Dusty has always been really great about that. DJ records some. Jake has recorded some. We have a few players that record. And when a skater is going to record, the first thing they do is always ask. Yep, driver does sometimes. You always ask, hey, do you guys mind if I record this? Rather it be a Fortnite session, rather it be a Fall Guy session, or some kind of an event or something. The players ask, and we always say yes. There have been times that we have said no. Dusty knows that. We've had a few, haven't we, Dusty? Where we'll say like, you know what, not today. You know what, today we just don't really want to worry about recording, like, and trying to remember, oh gosh, we're being recorded, things like that. And some days we just say not today, and that's okay too. But when a player is recording, and it's known they're recording, we need to make sure those conversations stay recording friendly. Like I said, that is not when you have a moment like how we say you can have reactionary swearing, for instance. That can happen in chill call. You might be playing Minecraft in your base blupper or on Fall Guys, and you finally got to the end and then you fell. Things happen. We understand that. You guys know reactionary swearing is allowed. But when someone's recording, it's not allowed, okay? And what's been happening recently is someone will say something, and then someone else might say like, hey, that probably needs to be edited out. And then it becomes a whole conversation about needing to be edited out and what YouTube allows and what they don't allow. That just killed that entire recording. It killed the session because Dusty, it's easy for Dusty or Jake or someone to edit out 10 seconds, 15 seconds of something. But it's very difficult to edit out a solid 15-minute conversation about how we may need to remove that. It becomes a whole ordeal, and it really can just cause players that record to just not want to record.
Editing
Especially if
still
they're
takes
having-
as much time as it is.
It does. Exactly. Editing is a
Editing could
science.
take you hours.
Mm-hmm. It can, like Driver said, it could literally ruin the entire video, and it has happened. It recently happened. And so what we're asking, and this isn't hard or anything. What we're asking is, if you hear something, Evan, I'm going to use you as an example. If
Okay.
Evan says something that, may be questionably appropriate, maybe he made a joke or something silly. And then let's say I'm like, oh, you know what, that you might want to edit that out, Dusty, just because players. Okay, here's a great example. How often does Evan tell me I hate you?
Every day.
Daily.
Every day. At
It's a
least
thing
twice a
between
day.
me and
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Every day. It's a thing between me and Evan. We kind of go at each other, teasing each other. You guys know that. And we're friends. We clearly do not hate each other, but it's just become a meme, if anything. It's a funny thing we say. And Evan will go out of his way during those recordings to not say, I hate you, because people that are watching, let's say someone that's watching Dusty or Jake or Drivers or, someone's video, they might be like, oh my gosh, he just told like them that he hates them. Like, this guy is so mean, or what did she do? You know, like, we don't want to cause anyone that's viewing it to not be understand our weird sense of humors here. So that's the kind of thing. So we could have a whole conversation about it. So if, let's say, Evan does say, Blue, I hate you, or something, I might, like, after the call, after Dusty's done recording, say, hey, Dusty, like 10 minutes into our session, Evan accidentally said I hate you, forgetting that it was a recorded. You may want to edit that 5 seconds out. That's easy. That's very easy to do. That's something Dusty will say, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know. And Dusty can do that. Evan, as the person, like, let's say I bring up something that is a surprise to Skade and I messed up. I do that a lot. And I'm like, oh, Dusty, can you please, I might go to Dusty and say, hey, Dusty, can you please edit out when I talked about, who's getting, we don't do rings. I'm trying to think. Something, I don't know, just something exciting, right? Or maybe it's something personal. Maybe I opened up about, maybe in the Fortnite call, for whatever reason, I opened up about something personal going on with me, which I trust you guys. I trust, my friends. But at the same time, I may not want Dusty's viewers to hear. So it could be something like that, where afterwards, not during, afterwards, I'll go to Dusty and say, hey, Dusty, I actually talked about, my father's death, and I felt comfortable talking to you guys about it, but I don't really feel comfortable about Skade. Do you mind editing that out? Dusty has no problems with that. Neither would any other skater that records. So for those purposes, just remember, going forward, please do not bring it up at all in the call. Even if it goes on for a minute or two, just leave it, and then afterwards let Dusty know. If there's a conversation happening and it's just really not great for recording purposes, you could say, hey, just a reminder, we're recording. We say that a lot, don't we? We will, like, when a player joins the call, we will say, hey, Mud Killer, just so you know, we're recording. Or, hey, PG, just heads up, we're recording. Yeah, we'll just tell whoever it is that joined, because then okay, remember not to do that. This is going to make the players that record much happier. It's going to be a lot less, like, argumentative type conversations in the middle of a fun session we're doing, whether it be Valheim or whatever we're doing. So, all right. Any questions on that?
Well, I really appreciate you bringing this up, Blue. I really do.
Oh, you're welcome. It's something that I think this will be very helpful for everyone going forward. So, all right. Well, Nin, would you like to talk for a moment about Skader helping Skader? You guys saw we are going to push it. We like the idea. There's no concern with the idea of what it is.
Jake has a question before you moved on.
Jake has a question? Oh, okay. Yeah. Skate related. Go for it, Jake.
I noticed this because a couple of us were in a call. It was a party squad call. Is there a rule on having to ask people who are in the call before you join? Because we had like 2 or 3 people join without asking.
No, you don't. I don't know where that kind of came from. We brought this up a few times. It's been about 6 months since it's come up, though. The only time you ever have to ask if you can join a call is if someone is in like private 1, private 2, maybe even, and just out of courtesy, if they're in like the mini calls where it's like 5 max, maybe do that just to make sure they're not waiting on someone. They might be waiting on a friend or two to build with or something. But no, you don't have to do that. You guys are entitled and welcome to join any party call. If there's no room, like let's say I'll just use Fortnite as an example, or even Bed Wars. So let's say we know you can't really have more than 4 people for that particular squad. And let's say another person joins, you just let them know ahead of time, like, hey, we're playing the 4 of us. If you'd like to play with us, we can rotate around or something. Always do that, because imagine you being the one wanting to join that call, right? You'd want the same thing. So you don't have to ask. I'm not quite sure why skaters tend to ask that sometimes. I think it's just us all just being a little timid at times. It was a party limited to 4. If that's the case, when someone asks, you just say like, hey, can we move it to the larger call and rotate out? And I would hope you guys would all be like, yes, absolutely. Clearly things like the teams, like the esports teams, those are a little different. Excuse me. Those are a little different because they actually are practicing in their squads. And we have, I think, 4 esports teams that do that. So aside from one of those, you guys should just kind of be wanting to do that. If you want to play and you want to play Bed Wars with your 3 friends and you guys have set this up and you don't want anyone to feel bad, that's when you would more go to like one of the mini groups. So that way it's not, that way there's no like awkwardness of, someone asking to join, things like that. You can play games outside of those calls. You guys know that. You can play it like you guys can be in chill channel while playing together, things like that. Not a big deal. But anyway, so back to Skader helping Skader. We do love the idea of this. Jake is the one that has suggested it. We understand Hermitcraft does this. We were very concerned with how it was going to go today, not knowing who wanted to help to volunteer, who wanted to be here to get the help that they need with their bases or, various projects. And yesterday in the meeting, Nin had a very good suggestion. So Nin, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So basically the idea is it would be like a sign up sheet, and basically we would have 2 sections. It would be a sign up sheet for people who are willing to help others and just like like dig that hole or like help them mine for some resources that they have to get and or build whatever they have been having a trouble time building. Basically these people would be just willing to spend like an hour of their time during helping Skader to work together to achieve one goal. And then after helping Skader, we could possibly give them some like the person who gets the help could possibly give them like a free diamond or something, or just they don't have to give them anything, just like a courtesy gift if they would like to. And then the other section of the sign up sheet would basically be the people who need the help, the people who need the big hole to be dug, the people who need their base to be finished because it's just so big that they have been stressed out doing it. They sign up there, and then when we get all the signed up people at Skader helping Skader, we would have a wheel. It would be like a digital one, and it would have everybody who needs help on it, like who needs help. And then we would spin the wheel, and then during that Skader helping Skader, we would help that person. And then if we finished early, or like people are having so much fun that we do it for like another hour, then we spin the wheel again, and then we do the next person's. And then the next month that we do Skader helping Skader, we would continue with that list, and we would go through and ask before spinning the wheel to the people who are presumably there. If they're not there, then we remove them from the list, and we ask them if they still need help on it, and if they do, then we keep them in the list, and then if they don't, we remove them from the list. And then once we get through all of them, then we open up the form again, and then we just keep doing that.
I think we talked about it quite a bit, and I think that's going to be a much better way to go forward with this. That way we can kind of rotate around and make sure that each player that does need some help gets some help. But one thing we're going to need is volunteers of players that want to help. And I understand this is going to be very hard or more difficult for some players because you don't really have a lot of time between school or work, or maybe your Midgard time is pretty limited as it is. But if we do this maybe like once a month, something like that, if you could find like 30 minutes or an hour that you would like to volunteer and have, help someone dig something out, or, whatever it is that they need done, then the same courtesy, will be for you. So when you decide one day to build like a mega base and you need a ton of cobble or something, and it'll be your chance to do that. So we'll get this written up, and it'll be formatted and everything so that we're able to get you guys signed up and stuff. So just keep your eye out for that. Anything else, Nin, you want to add on that?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So real quickly, there's one other area we want to just touch on. We're still in the midst of discussing it on the Valkyrie side, but I know it's come up a couple times more recently. And that is the sharing of links. And I mentioned at the last meeting we had about the update, why we don't want to do that and how easy it is for players like myself to take an innocent link that is given to me and clearly click on the wrong button and download a virus. And it happens even with the purest and good, the best intentions that someone might have with here Blue, here's the 119.2 Optifine, link. And then you think it's my responsibility, then click on the right thing. But sometimes I don't. In fact, I need to do that today. So I don't sometimes. I do sometimes click on the wrong ones because it's very deceiving, click here kind of buttons. And as Valkyries, we would just feel horrible if someone had a pretty substantial virus put on their computer and they lose everything all because they clicked on a Skade link, even though it's not per se Skade link. It's a link that, let's say, Evan gives. Sorry, Evan. But it's, it might be the great link.
Okay.
Their link is perfect. Evan did nothing wrong. It was me. I'm the one that clicked on the wrong part of it, but it happens. It happens a lot, not just to me. It happens. And so we had mentioned to you guys, this is a concern. So if you would like to do screenshots where you take pictures and you circle the steps, like break it down like elementary, like step 1, step 2, click here, even if you have to provide 10 screenshots, that would be good, because then you're showing exactly how, but you did not provide the link. Is this just for download links or so Alyssa's gonna just kind of touch a little bit on it. Again, this isn't our final say on it. We're still in the works of making an actual guideline, what is allowed, what isn't allowed, things like that. As of right now, we've said player resource packs are okay. So for instance, when Jake turns like for me, Jake made me one that made everything buy, right? So like my Minecraft at the top is buy and all this is buy. Jake's made ones like turning Evan into a warden, which finally we get to do that. So those kinds of things, player ones we've said are okay for right now. But Alyssa, if you just maybe want to touch on a little bit of it and kind of explain, that would be great.
Yeah, so the biggest concern is links to mod sites, and that's just because, or links to something, and I saw mod mention Modrinth, and unfortunately we're going to say no to Modrinth right now, although it's something that the Valkyries are going to continue to discuss while we work on we finalize what's okay and what's not. And the reason is because, so you post a link and it goes somewhere and it worked great for you, but all it takes is one bad advertisement to get into the list of ads that get shown on that page, and then a player is affected by a virus or something from that advertisement. And we just don't want that to happen. We don't want that to be a risk.
It has happened, so.
It happens pretty commonly. I mean, even like major websites that use trusted ad providers, they end up getting one bad ad and then someone gets virus or a malware or something that ends up scaring them into making a phone call that's a scam or something like that. And we don't want to put skaters in that situation.
I think what you're talking about, Boomy, like the Tetris, that's more of a game. That's not like, for instance, we do Gardic Phone, right? I think that's a little bit different than a mod that someone's posting a link to download
Even
a
if there's,
mod.
like ads on those websites, normally you can tell that's not the game that you're trying to play.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of like the click button, like click here, download here. When there's 3 different download buttons, and do I do the purple, the green one, or the blue? I have no idea. Those are the ones we're more discussing. As of right now, I don't think that Tetris is an issue. Do you see a concern with them playing Tetris?
No,
Alyssa?
right. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, we still need to discuss and figure out the
Yeah.
exact specifics of everything. But for right now, the biggest concern was mainly sites where you would send players to go download something, because
Yeah.
those are the sites that get the ads where they make the fake download buttons, and then it gets really confusing.
Optifine.
And those are pretty dangerous. So that was our biggest concern, was a site where you could go there and not know what you're seeing, and there's 5 download buttons on the page. Well, all of a sudden, which one do you click?
Right. Yep. And like I mentioned, we're still in the works of talking about it. There's a lot to filter through as far as, because I know you guys, you want specifics. What exactly can we do? What can't we do? And we're trying to get that together for you. So just know soon you'll see a post about it. But for now, just as far as mods and things like that go, just don't share links. You can, again, screenshot it. You can definitely circle, like that's me. Like I love the picture by picture instructions with circles. Click here, don't click here, big circle, don't do that. Things like that are fine. Right now we're about to update today, as you guys know, 119.2. So clearly a lot of you guys are going to be scrambling like myself to get last minute mods updated, things like that. If you need help, ask in the tech channel, ask for help,
I just
but
want
no links.
I want to bring this up really quick.
Okay.
I feel I haven't really looked into this myself, but I think some of some skaters, I think, including me, use ad blockers, which I think eliminate all those fake ads.
But we can't tell everyone to use an ad blocker before they click on a link.
Yeah.
And
But
some computers you can't install stuff like that on
I
it.
have an extension of my question. So, what if I'm to help somebody install something, but because I have an ad blocker, I don't see what somebody without an ad blocker sees? What do I do there?
Well, you're not going to pay attention to the ads anyway. You're going to be showing them exactly like Optifine. You're going to circle this is the one that you would download, this one. The download here, download here, download here. You're not even going to pay attention to those. You won't see them. They might see them. But as long as you're focusing on what they do need to do, you'll be fine. Just don't post the link.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Is that what you're going to say, Alyssa? More to that,
and I also saw Jake Plays mention you can turn off the ad blocker, and that's something that you can do as well. If you're concerned about the website might have too many intrusive ads, you can also turn off your ad blocker, refresh the page, and then point out exactly what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there you go. So that answers that too. All right. Any other questions about this? Again, we're just kind of lightly touching on it today. Just making sure you guys understand again why we need to do that, just for safety purposes. And soon we will have a whole write up. Most likely Alyssa will write it up and explain to you guys the exact what is allowed, what isn't allowed, things like that. Because like I mentioned, player resource packs right now are still fine. I know Jake provides quite a few of them for friends like myself. I've gotten one from Jake, and then clearly birthday team does them. Our event team, all of the packs are a big part of Skade, so that is still fine. You don't need to worry about those. It's more of things like your mods and stuff like that. If you're unsure, ask. If you're not sure, mods done that before. Just reach out and say, hey, is this allowed or is this not allowed? I just want to make sure, and then we'll let you know.
Mod,
all right,
stop.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, Mod, please stop. We've already addressed Mod Rent, and we're going to continue talking about it as the Valkyries, but please stop.
For this meeting, we're not going into it anymore. So, okay, thanks, Mod. All right, well, unless Alyssa or Nen, you guys have anything else to go over, field trip time. You guys ready for a little field trip? We're going to go on 2 today. Woo! All right, so if you guys want to head to the Skade Blade area. That is not that way. Don't follow me.
The wrong way. It's this way.
Here we go. Here we go. Follow this way. This Skade Blade. So we have the halls are all very similar. So if you guys have not been here, you go underwater, you swim. If I can get through, here we go. And it takes you to our little Skade Blade hall. If you use the server update pack, like meaning it just auto applies when you log on. Then you can see our new Skade Blade texture. Yep. If you don't have that, you will have to manually apply the Skade Blade or
wow, that looks good.
Doesn't it look amazing, right? I'm gonna hold one in my hand so you guys can see how cool this is.
Oh, that is like a perfect balance.
It is so cool. Like we're so excited to bring this to you guys. BB is really bummed that he could not stay long enough to be here for this. The pack team has worked relentlessly on this. This is something we started talking about a few months back, and it's here, it's happening. So this is it. So this is the Skade Blade. There's one over here. If you guys come and look up on the plate, the item frames, you'll see them. So nope, it's no longer just an axe with an enchant. We've got a full Viking axe going on with a lot of really cool details in it. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys this. But I mean, is it fun to show, or should we maybe give out like, I don't know, 2 today? What do you guys think? Maybe.
Me who can't see it. Yeah.
So, all right. So since we're here, we might as well give out a couple Skade Blades. So we have 2 today that we will be giving out. Just so you know, too, last night in our meeting, we realized that we really had a big span between Skade Blades, and we don't want to do that. So going forward, our goal is to give one out a lot more frequently. Maybe one every couple months or 2 every couple months, something like that. This last chunk, which has been very busy for Skade, we've just been insanely busy anyway, but it's been a bit, right? It's been a hot minute. So today we would like to honor 2 skaters, and both of these skaters have done a lot for Skade. Some of you might not know what the Skade Blade is. I should probably start with that. So the Skade Blade is pretty much the highest honor you can get as far as putting Skade above your own personal stuff that you want to do. And that could be something like on Midgard, right? So if you're on Midgard and you are building a base, but you know what? You find out that someone needs something, you stop what you're doing and you go to help them. Or if you're on a team and you're dedicating the free time that you have, and you want to put that towards, the birthday team or one of the other teams that really does a lot for the server, for each player that's here, that's putting yourselves above. And you guys are what makes Skade happen. Everything that we have, all the cool things we do, is because players take the time to do that. If you were limited to just what us Valkyries could do, you wouldn't have 3/4 of the cool things that we have here. So what you guys do is really important. And we do like to honor players that do go above and beyond and take that extra step and really do a lot of this for everyone else and not themselves. So we have 2 players that have stood out to us more recently, and we would like to go ahead and honor those. So the first one, let's see how I should do this. Let's do this one first. So the first one has come to us. He actually joined just shared a little bit. Joined our server a little bit prior to us moving over. They jumped right in, both head and feet and tushy, all of it, just jumped right in, and has been really helpful with things. They're on multiple teams, co-leading 2 teams. And they're there. They're a great friend to many. A lot of skaters all feel they're a very good friend, someone that helps them get through some tough times, including myself. Very good friend. But also they bring the humor to the server. We get a lot of laughs with this person. Not always at their expense, but sometimes. And just all around great player and my good friend. So Mario Germs, aka Peanut Butter, aka Seven. Did you really not see that coming?
Well, I did, but I was. I'm
really sounded surprised there for a moment.
I kind of am, to be honest.
Evan.
Thank you.
It's really funny because earlier we were in a team meeting.
I was thinking that. You said you guys.
I was saying you guys, meaning like anyone that has a Skade Blade. I'm like, sorry, Evan, one day when you get potty trained, maybe you can
Finally, I've been posse trained.
Yep. Oh, and then I'm going to go ahead and do that thing real quick. Second. There you go, Nin. You can go ahead and take care of the other ones. So congratulations, Evan.
Well, thank you.
Massively deserved. As you guys know, Evan's all over the place, all these different everything's. Evan goes to work.
That's not counting his personal life.
Exactly. So, and that's one thing I was going to bring up, and we did discuss this in the Valkyrie meeting where we were going over players, because quite a few of you guys really honestly qualify. But you look at things like, Evan's a full-time student, works, has, son duties, meaning like taking care of his dog and, working on things with the house with his mom, on top of, balancing IRL friends, and still is able to give all the time that Evan does to Skade. And Evan, thank you. I give you a hard time all the time. We tease each other relentlessly, but honestly, thank you for everything you do. You're an excellent specimen of Skade.
Well, thank you. I still hate you, though. I'm joking.
I know you do.
Thank you very much.
All right, so Evan's head there, and you got your Skade Blade. Congratulations.
I did it so cool.
And then before I announce the second one, do you want to announce the Discord side?
Oh yeah, so everybody who gets the Skade blade now will get not their own role, but a special role that has an icon of the Skade blade next to their name.
And you will see it. So if you, Nana's getting the previous winners applied. I don't know if it's, are you done with that part? Let me see.
No, I completely.
Can someone post a picture of what it actually looks like?
It's in voice chat
My
one.
pack's
Ninja's
not
posted.
working.
Oh, the blade itself.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then I
For some
got you.
reason, even though I've got the pack on the actual for server download, it doesn't work. And it's broken for me.
Do you
Just
have
like
Optifine?
Yep.
Interesting. Well, there's here. I had a picture earlier. Let me.
It's
grab.
probably something due to
Yeah,
the
I
fact
got it.
that I've
I pinned him in
updated my
voice
mods
chat.
and stuff. Yeah. Thank you all. Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm going to blame the fact that I've
Here you go.
downloaded all the mods again.
That's it, and that's it in my hand. If that shows you too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very, very cool. Yeah, Pack Team did an amazing job on this. So, all right, Evan, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Player that us Valkyries have chosen for to give out this Skade Blade to. This player did not come over with us. They actually joined the team, or they joined the server about 6 months, or no, about 4 or 5 months after we opened. But they too jumped in. They jumped into teams. They jumped into making themselves available to help anyone and everyone. Rather, it has to do with one of the games we play. They play most of the, except for Fortnite. They don't like Fortnite, but they do like to play a lot of the other games that we play. And they're always there ready to help another player, help with instruction. They are, like I said, they actually lead a team. They are on multiple teams. And they give up a lot of themselves, which removes a lot of extra free time that some of you guys have, just so that they can be a part and try to help as many players as they can. And they do a fantastic job. So Jake, come on up. Congratulations, Jake, please. Yep.
Oh, wow.
And Galaxy,
Congrats,
if you can move
Jake.
your tushy really quick.
Congrats.
Thanks. Yep. So there you go, Jake. Congratulations. And Nan's going to give you your blade.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that Jake helped design the blade, but Jake didn't know this was happening, so that's even cooler.
Even better.
Yep, so Jake is one of the ones that's worked very, very closely on getting the textures right. As long as you guys have seen all this at the pack team works their little booties off. Like they're always working on it, making sure you guys have the items that you guys want. As far as birthday goes, you guys know the birthday team time commitment's pretty high too. On top of being the lead of the media team, helping the Where's It Wednesdays. If it wasn't for Jake, none of the Where's It Wednesdays would ever be put away. Thank you, Jake. And being on me to remind me to post. So yeah, so Jake, thank you. You do give a lot. It's appreciated. Us Valkyries do acknowledge it, and we're very appreciative of everything that you do. So thank you, Jake. All right. So, very well deserved. Yep, I agree. So thank you guys for being for this. All right, one last field trip. Can you guys all meet at the mall?
Ooh.
No,
Ooh.
yes, I'm joking.
Go to the mall.
This is where the giant tree is going to be on fire or something.
Now that would be fun. I don't think Peachy or BB would mind, honestly. So
I was gonna say,
Hey,
I think they'd kill
we're
us.
owed a TNT mall party.
exactly. If you guys, for those of you that were around that remember how hard it was to get this mall completed and made, and all the frustrations that went for this amazingly beautiful mall we have, you would understand that I did promise them a version that they could blow up. So very funny. All right. So once you guys get to the mall, which side is this on? I'm trying.
Oh, I think I have a guess what it is.
You have all these little cute little nooks. It's on this side.
It's the opposite side of the skate shop.
Yep,
Yeah.
opposite side.
Oh, I
Yep,
know what that
Galaxy's already here. So opposite side of this skate shop.
I'm still
Where it
flocking
says
over.
IKEA.
Is it the massive, very hard to notice yellow block?
Yes, when you see the IKEA symbol, then you know you're here. So we'll wait just a minute for everyone to get here.
Wow, I can't believe you guys are adding an IKEA to the area. How awesome is that?
Yeah,
It
but we
is.
spoiled it.
Yeah, what on earth is wrong with you?
Ikean.
IKEAN. All right, so you guys all here? Boomy, you here?
Yeah.
Peachy, you here?
I'm
Nope,
still
JP,
coming.
anyone need a
Umi's in
TP?
front of you.
Does anyone need a TP? You okay? Oh, hold on. There you go. I overly tabbed the just, and we have multiple justs. So, Jakey, okay.
I'm gonna turn my FOV
There you
down to this so I can actually see.
Anyone else need a TP? Connie. Welcome. Got about your mini map. Okay. Anyone else not here yet? Boomy, you here? I think I saw you. Yep, you left. You joined. Okay. So, as you guys know, when we made the mall, which, gosh, how long has it been now? It's been active for almost
months.
Yeah, a while. A year feels like. No, it has been over a year. I think we completed it around. Yeah, maybe it has been right at a year. I think we completed it around September-ish, October-ish. So yes, it was this was a very painful build. As you guys know, our mall is amazing. Like, I mean, blows your mind, but ooh, was it a lot of work. 100% player built, 100% player ideas, and with working with so many people at once, it, as you know, like, can be very difficult to work in any kind of groups, and especially one this big that we broke out into teams. And you guys nailed it. The mall is fantastic, but there was one area that we were waiting on. Do you guys remember what it was?
The cinema?
Yes, the theater, the cinema. So American malls almost all have movie theaters. It's like a thing. Like right now, if I wanted to go to the mall or to the movie, I would have to go into a mall. Usually they're kind of attached to the mall. And you guys had been asking for a movie theater. Now, one of the cool things you can do with the movie theater is you don't have to go to the drive-in area anymore to watch movies. You guys will be able to use this area to, like, you and a friend want to watch a TV show or something together. We do that quite a bit. Like, we'll, get together and watch different Disney movies or stuff. You guys are able to go here now and actually go on a movie theater date and sit in a theater, and you can pop out your screens like you guys do for the drive-in, where you pop out your Netflix teleparty, things like that. But yeah, so very, very exciting. All right, so BB and Peachy and Boomy, actually we had quite a few players that started with this project. Boomy was leading it. We had some players interested, but then life got in the way. You guys know how that is. Time just doesn't become a thing. So BB and Peachy, and I think there was a couple others, came in clutch and finished the project. And so we would like to go ahead and unveil it. Peachy, do you want me to go ahead and remove the box here?
Yes, please.
Or okay, so we will go ahead and get this removed, and give me 1 second.
Don't remove the whole build blue.
Oh, you know me, I might.
I do know you, and that's why I said it.
Yep, we'll remove that. I'll remove. Oops, see what I did? You see, Peachy, now you're gonna have to fix it.
Yeah, just
That's
take the
okay. I'll
floor.
fix it after the.
We'll fix it after. Sorry about that, but I'll move that as well. But yeah, if you guys want to come on in, welcome to do we have a name for this?
It just says theater, so it's theater.
Just the Skade, the Skade theater, the mall theater. Okay, that works for me. The mall theater. So if you guys would like to go on in and check it out, it looks pretty cool. Like, when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, you guys took our ideas and literally nailed it. So very, very, very cool. We even have a little arcade in there. A lot of really cool things.
Size.
I'm just fixing this really quickly out here. So
Blue, there's a much better way to do that.
would you like to do that?
Sure.
Okay, thanks. So guys, we officially have a movie theater in our mall. And like I said, that means you guys can come hang out here. If you're going to do like our little movie groups we do, this is just a really cool area that we can do that in and actually have a movie theater vibe. There's, how many theaters are there, Peachy?
Oh, my game crashed.
There's 2 theaters. So there's a large theater. So it's a big group, we have the big theater. And then if you're smaller, like 10 or under, we have the smaller theater. And that's the one that has the special track seats.
Yep. which are really fun. If you guys haven't used those before, they can help you from getting AFK kicked, things like that, and they're just kind of fun to swing. There's so much details in here. I just love, like, if you come up to the popcorn maker, so cute. And if you have the server pack on, the one that auto applies, or if you have it downloaded, you'll see we have the chocolate bar, the Skittles. I can post a picture for those that Oh, I even love the details, like the movie camera. Like, oh, this is so great. You guys really, really did such a great job. Oh, MC Rox, do you still need a TP? I'm sorry, I didn't see your voice chat. No, you're good. Okay, sorry about that. I completely missed it.
Yeah, the cameras are here because the mall cops are watching.
The mall cops are always watching. You're gonna get the Paul Blart and Paul Blart Jr. after you guys, so they'll get their little segues and.
He's a role model.
The reason we don't have pictures in the where it says coming soon is, again, for Skader. For the Skade pack, we will never do pictures unless it's for an event. We won't do pictures, and that is because what you want to see in a painting may not be what I want to see, and what I want to see may not be what you want to see. So we'll never change out blocks. Excuse me. We'll never change out blocks, and we'll never change out paintings. But if you have your own packs on, that'd be a lot of fun. If you and your friend want to come do like, I'm trying to think, like, if you guys want to do like a Harry Potter series or something, you're welcome to make your own packs that have, like, the movie posters for it and things like that. This is going to be a really fun area that you and your friends can come in and hang out and watch movies. I've already seen talk of dates, which is kind of cute. So some of the Skade couples.
I like how they recreated the arcade.
Isn't it great? I know, it is so fun.
The names of the arcade the games are too. Back
yep.
down.
The team always is very good at details. Like, that's one thing I love about any of the Skade teams. You'll notice the details are always there, like such little fine details. So very cool. So guys, what do you think?
I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I think it came out really, really cool. So, and Boomy, it's like Boomy's gave birth to the idea. Like, Boomy's idea was born. Yeah, your dream of having an 80s themed arcade and mall theater is here. So, me skin. Oh, I love it. Your 80s, walking around with your vinyl. Your Kate Bush vinyl. So I love it. Yep, original Beat Saber GDR. I know, right? Dance Dance Revolution. How great is that? Like, I cracked up. For us older people, me and Peachy and a little Schultzy and maybe Connie, we know what Dance Dance Revolution is. It's a game none of you guys will probably have ever heard about, but it literally was one of the first VR type ones. You've played it? Oh, that's so awesome. Is it like considered like a legacy game now or something like that? An older game.
It's still pretty popular in arcades.
Isn't it? Oh, is it? I need to get out to arcades more. The floor is fixed up front. Oh, thank you, Driver.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
I had to wait for my
Everyone
game to
knows
reload
of
it.
it, just no one has it. I had it. I owned the game long time ago. It'd be really funny to break that out. We'll have to have like an old school game.
I had the console edition with the pad that you plugged in.
Yeah, that's what I had too, and used like a mat, and yeah, of course it sat out way more than I used it, but. Well, guys, we're just kind of wrap up the Skader of the Month. A couple other things really fast is how do you say it, Boomy? The Skade arcade? What Skade? Can you type it out? Skade Cage. Yep. So love the idea of that. We're gonna get that in the works. Also, yeah, this is a little bit longer. We had a lot to go over, plus two field trips. So yeah, most of our lately are like 30 minutes. This one's a little longer. And then also, there was another thing I was going to bring up. Motivational Channel was really great idea. If you guys see the that in the ideas channel, you can upvote that. Yep. That would be for like working on like full body wellness, whether that's exercising, eating better. Yeah, exactly. Self-improvement. So I think that would be a fantastic channel. Oh, that's right. 1.19. Blue hasn't even mentioned. Yeah, we're updating today. So come 6 p.m. I'm sorry. I keep saying 6 p.m. That's my time.
EST.
9 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. my time. 9 p.m. EST, the servers are going to go down. We will be updating to 1.19.2. Make sure you guys have your mods updated. Remember not to share links about things. You can just post pictures saying what to do. We will allow you to have client-side mods that do stop chat reporting. We did say we're okay with that. We just will not be doing anything server-wise on that end. So just know if you use that, that's something you're taking into your own hands on that side. What else was I gonna say? There was one other thing going forward. I think that was it. Oh, we have a couple. Oh, really quickly. Let me look at the month. I know we have a few things coming up this month. We have quite a few birthdays.
My last question for this session, but when are we gonna have the fly?
Fly is going to be turned on as soon as the server comes back up.
Okay.
So in theory, you'll have Fly for over 24 hours because it'll be probably like 26 hours-ish, about something like that. So you guys will have Fly. We want you guys to be able to, go and explore and check out some of these new areas. Some of the new areas are like low-key scary. They really are. Not low-key, but, low-key. And so maybe you want to check them out while you have Fly, that way, if you need to fly away from the warden, you can, things like that. Also really quickly with the allays, do not bring them to spawn. That's the thing, because World Guard is just finicky right now and it's not going to stop them from collecting stuff. And so even a protected area, they might grief, and we don't want to have to jail your beautiful little allay. We don't want to have to jail them. So just for now, until World Guard gets that fixed, just don't bring them to spawn. That's the only thing I think we have. We might say a few more things when we are back up. We might post a few more things, but as of right now, that's kind of it. This month we do have next Saturday. It looks like Pride Capture the Flag. Details will come about that. We have the following Saturday is the Skade Poetry Slam. This is going to be a lot of fun. It'll be similar to like a karaoke, only it's poetry slams. You don't have to slam. You don't have to be like super aggressive. If some of you guys have seen some poetry slams, they can get a little intense with people just really into their poem. If you just want to come and recite a poem, you're welcome to do that. Does not have to be original stuff. You can do other things. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So we got that going on, and I think that is it. We are going to have friends supporting friends.
Question about the poetry slam. Are we supposed to have whatever we're presenting written before the slam?
Yeah. Yes, you'll want. Okay. Well, you don't have to submit it or anything. Just have in mind what you're going to do. I think we'll have probably a limit of 5 to 7-ish minutes per one. Just because sometimes they can get very lengthy, but. I would say probably 5 minutes would be good. We'll post more about it as it gets a little closer, like maybe the week before. For some of you guys that have wanted, like at karaoke, it's been asked a few times, can I just recite something instead of singing? And we've let that happen. We've had a few times that's happened, but this is your chance to do that. Your chance to get up and do that, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So Poetry Slam, this will be our first one ever. It might become a regular thing. We're not really sure. We'll see how you guys like it, how it works. Minigame Tuesday, by the way, is a new thing. Just in case you guys didn't catch it on Wednesday. I'm sorry. Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday, Minigame Tuesday. So at 4 p.m. EST, we're picking just one time right now to start. That morning is a little bit busy with different groups meet for their meetings. So we're just going to do one time a day. If you guys want to do Hypixel one time, that's great. If you guys want to do CubeCraft or something else another time, that's great. The only thing we say is don't try to do things like MC Perks, because Monday is dedicated for that, and Monday is MC Perks Day. So yep, so have fun with that. Keep your guys' ideas coming. Valkyries go through them. You don't necessarily see us remove them or make something active at the moment, because it might be something we're trying to figure out how to work it in, or will that work with this group, that kind of thing. But keep your ideas coming, because that's how we get all these cool things we have. All right, any questions before we head out? This was a longer session. Thank you guys for being here. A lot of really cool things. Again, congratulations to BB for winning Skader of the Month. Congratulations to Evan and Jake for getting the Skade Blade. And again, thank you to the pack team for making this amazing pack that we have on the server, which gives us cool textures like this Skade Blade. I'll put it in my hand again. There we go. Very, very cool. And yeah, anything anyone needs to ask before we head out? What time is Hypixel thingy meeting? I think I want to say that's at 5:30 EST, or can someone on the Hypixel team say?
I know we mentioned it was straight after Skader helping Skader, so I think it's close to like an hour.
An hour, okay. Yeah, check in the channel. I'm sure Lloyd will do a ping. So, yep. For those that haven't seen it, our Hypixel guild now is like a formed team. This is just to help keep the Hypixel guild safe and really still very active over in Hypixel, but yet have a safe place here that you can talk about things like that. So. We the best team other than media. Yeah, it's fun. For Hypixel, if you're not on the guild and you'd like to be on the guild, there is a channel. Just put yourself in there. I'm pretty sure most of you guys, are on the. Yeah, I think most of you guys are on the guild, but it's kind of fun. We're gonna start trying to do more regular activities over there. This group will also be the one to help maybe set up the UHCs, things like that are done on Hypixel. The UHCs that Skade does will still remain like Skade events, but yep. Also, for Vanaheim, we have a couple great ideas that players have submitted. So keep your eye on the Vanaheim channel. We're going to be posting pretty soonish for that. Let you guys know what's going on. Like I mentioned before, Valheim and not Valheim. We have too many V's. Vanaheim, Valheim, Valhalla. So Valhalla will be getting somewhat of a revamp, a makeover. But that's still a few months out, but just know it's coming. I had someone the other day ask me if we were going to be changing or adding in some things on the plot side. It's coming. Valkyries are still kind of in the works of talking about it. We're just getting through a few other things first. Blue mentions it because it keeps coming up. It's coming. All right, guys. Well, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. We will ping when we shut down. Just know if we shut down, it's going to be... we'll be down for, we're not sure, anywhere for, I would say, 30 minutes to an hour max, but you never know. It could go a little bit longer. This is a big update for us. There's, it's like mechanics, like everything has to fit intricately, like it has to work together. And some of that stuff we don't actually see until we're in game. So last time we said 30 minutes to an hour and we were completely done, fully done, even done testing in 15 minutes. So you never know. Alyssa and then helping Alyssa, they know their stuff. And but please also don't try to join the server prior to, we'll let you guys know when it's back. When we're testing stuff, we rely on console to look at things, checking for error messages. And when we get like a whole bunch of, you're not whitelisted on the server, it really eats up our console ability. So just hang tight. We will ping as soon as we apply the list back, the Skade list. I love how you guys came up with that. When the Skade list is reapplied, then you guys we will ping that second and you'll all be able to hop on, get all the frog lights, all the lays. I know you guys are really excited about some of these new blocks. I am too. I played around on 119 server and it's really fun. So, all right, that's it, guys. I'm pretty sure. So, Dusty, would you like to do your? I can breathe. Would you like to do your outro, Dusty?
Sure. Thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit here, and so once again, at another Skater of the month. If you've enjoyed what you saw, remember to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you wish to catch my next upcoming content, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. Peace out.
Peace out.